to think. I don't wanna have you, baby. I just wanna have a fling. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy. Yeah. Tell me what you wanna do. Give me everything you got. I just wanna try to get you in the mood. I just wanna hit your spot. I wanna get low. Wanna get low. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy. Ooh. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy. Right before I go, that's the time that I'm gonna show all the crazy things that I'm gonna do to you, baby. Ooh. I want you to make me uncomfortable. Wow. The only thing I need tonight, you're gonna give it to me right. Give me everything that you got to give. Baby, show me the light. Wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy.
Hello and happy Pride Month. Happy June 1st. I am here to do my May wrap up. I put my journal stuff at the beginning without any voiceover this time. So if you watch that and have like questions of what I was doing, just put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. I didn't have much I wanted to say about it this month, and I was catching up from April, so I had a lot to fill out. Starting out with some stats, I read 9 books this month, and that totaled up to 2,599 pages with an average rating of 4.22 stars. 4.22 stars. I'll put my little story graphic up here so you can see all of those numbers too. I read 5 horror, 3 fantasy, 2 thriller, 1 comic, and 1 contemporary. Those numbers don't add up to 9. I think some of these books have multiple genres on here. 11% or one of my books was nonfiction this month. I don't know which one that was. And then 89% was fiction. The first thing that I finished in May was Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is the conclusion to the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and it focuses on Camille, or Cam, and Dusty, who had previously been together in high school and ended up breaking up, which is like a big plot reveal of the book, so I won't tell you why they broke up. But they end up not working out, and she ends up coming back to Meadowlark, and she's supposed to get married, but she gets left at the altar. And Dusty just happens to be the guy that is able to talk her into leaving the bar bathroom that she's locked herself into. And this ends up being a second chance romance between the two of them, and this is a first for Lila Sage, I think, but she has chapters that are like going back in time to when they were together the first time, and I really enjoyed that. I don't think that this is the best of the series in my opinion. And that might just be because I don't relate to Cam that much, so I ended up relating a lot more to Emmy, the first one, and Teddy. Yeah, I think those are the two I relate the most to. Those are probably my favorite of the series too. But this one was good. I can't wait for the new series that she's writing to come out later this year, and I gave this one 4 stars. The next book that I read, I don't have the copy of it anymore because I gave it to my mom when I went to visit her at the beginning of the month, but that is The Essential Emily Dickinson, which I guess is the nonfiction. It was poetry. I don't know how that qualifies as nonfiction, but this was a poetry collection that was selected and introduced by Joyce Carol Oates. I will say I did not like Joyce Carol Oates' introduction. I found it really hard to follow, and I had no idea what I was reading half the time. I did mark a few of the poems with tabs before I gave it to my mom, so I know that there were poems that I enjoyed. I didn't give this collection a rating simply because I don't think I understood enough to be able to rate it and like feel confident about that rating. But I read this because April was National Poetry Month and I wanted to read something. I didn't make it there in April, so I read it in May so that I could just give it to my mom and be done with it. But yeah, I thought it was fine. Emily Dickinson is okay. I think I much prefer more modern poetry collections, and that's just a personal preference. I know my mom loves Emily Dickinson, and that's why she got the book for me. Right, and then 5 of the books were Evernight books. I don't know why I'm struggling to pick these up. I have a vlog coming out shortly where I read all 5 of these and tell you whether or not I am going to keep my Evernight subscription. So instead of telling you synopses and everything, I'm just going to tell you my ratings really quick. This one was 4.75 stars. This one was 5 stars. The Eyes Are the Best Part was 4.5. The Invocations was 4, and Academy for Liars was 4.5. I think you could tell from those ratings what the verdict was with Evernight. Between those, I also read the graphic novel Snot Girl. I thought that this fit for a prompt for the Asian Readathon, which was last month in May because May was AANHPI Heritage Month, so Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I thought it fit one of the prompts, but then when I went back to add it into the prompt, the person who had put it there was gone, and I couldn't figure out which one it was in and why it was in that one, so I ended up not counting it. It was fine. I gave it 3 stars. I think the illustrator was the Asian author. Her name was Leslie Hung, and I liked the illustrations. I just didn't really care much for the plotline. So I may continue this in the future if my library has it, but I will not go out of my way to read it. And the last book that I read that was not part of the Evernight vlog was Jade War by Fonda Lee. I was already reading it, like I was 70% of the way through or something when I picked it back up this month, but I was primarily reading it to try and mark something else off of the Asian Readathon. So I read, I think, four books by Asian authors. I wish that number was higher. I'll move it down. See this pile of books from my TBR that I filmed a week or 2 ago? A lot of those are Asian authors, and I plan to keep most of them out. There's one that's a special edition that's going to go back, and a couple of these are on my 25 and 25, so they're going to get read this year regardless. But I think I'm going to pull from these for my June reads, like this one. This one I'm pretty sure has an LGBTQ plus storyline, which would be great for Pride Month. I think this girl ends up being obsessed with a woman romantically, and then I'm not sure that the rest of these have an LGBTQ storyline or not. I think this one does, which is good because it's a 25 and 25 book. But yeah, that is what I read in May. This is a lot shorter than my usual video. That's gonna be fun to edit. I am up to 4 series finished. I should have a couple more finished when I read some of these. And then for my Pango number, I've sold 31 books. I think the mixture of them is pretty much half and half. So half are books that I own and decided I didn't want to keep, and the other half are from a friend, and I take half of the profit when I sell her books, but I'm counting them towards my goal. So I have sold 31, and honestly, a few of the ones that have sold from my stash are ones that have been on my Pango for a long time, like over a year. So that's going pretty well. I don't know how much I've made this year, but it's probably not more than $100 or $200. But yeah, things have been going well. April and May were very busy, but June is set to be a lot less busy, so I'm hopeful that I can get my red numbers closer to like 15 books. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, that is my May wrap up. Thank you for watching. If you stuck around to the end but don't know what to say, leave me a rose emoji in the comments for the roses on Dusty's arms. So, yeah, I hope you're having a good time wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!